Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning, and I'm the master taster of Whisky.com. And today we are at the House of the Dewar's. Dewar's, the famous blended whiskey brand, which is, I think it's the market leader in the United States of America. And Dewar's uses a lot of malt whiskey from the Aberfeldy distillery, and this whiskey, this single malt whiskey, is from the Aberfeldy distillery, 21 years old, 40% ABV. And I visited Aberfeldy several times, first time in '94 and the last time in 2004. I traveled around Scotland with a cruise ship. I had a group of more than 120 old people, elderly people, how it's called, and they were accompanied by their parents. I'm sorry about that. And we visited all the distilleries on the islands around Scotland, and also we made a trip to the Aberfeldy distillery, which lies quite a little bit inside the mainland. And the Aberfeldy distillery is built close to the old railway, which, brought the products from the inside of Scotland to the harbors and into the world. There is a wonderful visitor center called Home of the Dewar's in that distillery, and there's a miniature of the distillery where you can look down to and see all the production process. There's a tour also. There's a multimedia show showing the production of whiskey and the blending of the Dewar's. There's a wonderful museum room full of small bottles, different color, to show the blending process. And there are small tables with small samples which are smelling. Artificially filled, no whiskey at all, no, also for kids. And there you can have the different smells you find typically in whiskey and in the Aberfeldy. Wonderful. I think I tasted already the 12-year-old. If not, I will shortly do this because it's very famous in the meantime, and they start to sell bigger amounts of the 12-year-old, and this 21-year-old changed the appearance lately. Only the appearance, not the content. They changed from this orange and black rectangular box with a silky appearance inside to a round typical tube, very black, existentially black, with gold letters on it. And they also issued an 18-year-old Aberfeldy. This is also on my lists of duties I have to taste in the near future. And here I have one of the last bottles of the 21 years old. And the Aberfeldy distillery was established over 100 years ago in 1898, when the railway was built, on the south bank of the River Tay. Aberfeldy combines the fresh spring water of the Pitley Burn. This is an awfully small letters, with the skill of generation of craftsmen to produce an outstanding single malt whiskey renowned for its heather, honey, softness and full body. Limited bottling, individual numbered. It's not that limited, it's several years on the market. Here you see these tiny letters. So here we go. A wonderful aroma is already present. very little smoke, yes, indeed. And I took a video about peatiness and the ppms with which the peatiness is specified in a whiskey. And this one is very carefully peated, around 6 to 7 to 8 ppm. So a few people won't be able to find out the peat, the smokiness in this whiskey. Very sweet, and this aromatic note of heather, blooming heather. Then vanilla and caramel coming up a long time in the casks. And in the far back there is orange, red oranges. I bought lately a squeezer for oranges, and we had also some red oranges squeezed out, and this is exactly what I'm smelling here. An overwhelming aroma, very full and very balanced. So the peatiness is not that strong. The oranges come in, vanilla, caramel, heather, and honey sweetness. Everything together, wonderful. So, time to have a first sip. Turn off the camera. This is wonderful. The first 2 seconds, quite thin. The alcohol comes first, and this one has only 40% ABV. But then strong aromas appear, and the oak is kicking in, and the sweetness, and the honey, and more of these red oranges, and long and a little bit oily. Ah, wonderful. The oakiness is becoming stronger. And the oranges and the sweetness remembrance of liqueur. Not really, but it's the remembrance of liqueur. Definitely one of the very, very good ones. So it's full, it's aromatic, it's not that sharp, not bitter, not very spicy. So it's on the weak side, and it's balanced all over. Aroma, taste after taste, fully balanced, wonderful. So this is very, very elegant. And if you want to give a present or invite a special person to a whiskey, this is a very good one for this purpose. And the very light, smoky aroma just brings an additional facet of peat into this whiskey. Wonderful. As I said, they change the appearance of the box, so they change from this card box with a silky appearance in the inside. They change it to a black tube with golden letters. They introduced also an 18-year-old, which is definitely on my short list to taste here. And they, I'm afraid, increased the price definitely about 50%. They know that 21-year-old single malt whiskey is rare in Scotland in the meantime, and now they ask for the according money. But I think it's worth the money. Don't drink too much, be careful, and then you're able to afford a little bit more expensive whiskies. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned, there's more to come, and feel free to share this video with your friends.